What's going on, boys? Redflamingo here. Today we're going to be covering another game, a game different from Moon Beach, and it's been released here by the same company in Supercell, but it's a lot different. It's kind of like a MOBA mixed with a card game, if you guys know what those kind of games are like. I've tried it for the first time here today, specifically on stream after my Boom Beach stream, but I kept playing the game a bit after the stream, and on stream we are trying to get 800 cups at level 2, and I wasn't able to get it on stream, but I ended up getting it afterwards, which I'm quite proud of. I mean, I have no idea like what range I should be at right now at my level and stuff. I think I've gotten some decent cards so far that like can kind of help me um, you know, have a lot of different, uh, you know, ways of dealing with other people's cards. But I've just been hooked on this game, and I, for those of you who know and who follow me, I was kind of opposed to this game when I saw it at first. Uh, but ever since trying it, it's just been really, really addictive, and just the way it's made is just really, really fun. I haven't gotten this excited over a mobile game in many, 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 many months, if not years. I believe it or not. Um, but so we reached 800 trophies here with this last raid, well, with this last battle at level 2, which was, I've only been really fighting level 5s at this point. Um, I don't know what level I should, like what trophy range I should kind of be at approximately at level 2, but I'll just show you guys my deck. This is what I've been using here for the last couple games, and it's been enough to get me up over 800 here. Um, Again, for those of you who are used to Boom Beach, I apologize. This game's fun, so I'm gonna be playing this game too. Uh, what with the Boom Beach update coming along, for sure, gonna be updating, uploading some more Boom Beach play. But I play games that are fun, and this game's fun. So I just want to show you guys here some of the raids that I did here to get to my cups. And as we go back here, I've pretty much been stuck around 700 or 750 for the last however many hours. I mean, I stopped playing after the stream for about a couple hours at least. So this was on the stream, this was on stream. Okay, this was after stream. So, I lost one or two, then I lost another one. I don't know, kept losing. I think I changed my deck up around here. Actually, no, this is the same deck that I had, but I just started winning and really getting good with my deck. But we're not going to show you every replay. Um, we'll show like the last 4 or 5, actually 5, because there were some really good battles here at really close battles, and just watching the replay here. So I really want to spend this elixir before it gets to 10 and caps out. I did a poor job of it here. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was AFK or something. Or I wasn't even paying attention. This is like the odd time that I'll ever not spend elixir before I reach my cap of 10. But here I used some pretty good cards to counter his. That witch just keeps summoning troops, which is just amazing. And here I'm just gonna start coming in at the right side here just to try and make him kind of catch him off guard here. He does put a P.E.K.K.A down, which will take care of my giant. But this musketeer just has so much range, and by the time the P.E.K.K.A gets to it, it's dead, kind of thing, right? So, but spear goblins against spear goblins. Now, do note that most of these replays that I'm gonna show, like every single troop is higher level than mine, so it has more hit points, more damage. You can see this guy's level above his topmost tower over there. It says 5 in like a crown kind of picture image thing. So, and I'm level 2 basically. So it's quite the challenge here that I have up against me. Um, but if you deploy troops smartly, and here I'm not really scared about his minions because my tower will do a lot of damage. I deployed them for a distraction, and with a witch, having a P.E.K.K.A having to take out little skeletons is definitely a really sound strategy here. I got lucky. He threw some goblins down, and I threw a bunch of arrows and took out his whole troops. This is, I think, where the battle really starts to work in my favor here. I get some good troops placed, and then the damage, like no one can just deal with the damage. I do deploy a bit on the left there to keep him kind of guessing, and kind of make him like start going making irrational decisions based on him worrying about losing. He tries with a goblin barrel there to kill my tower at the bottom right, and he doesn't get it because I threw the arrows. Really close match. He almost got my tower there at the end, but Corwin wasn't enough to stop us, luckily. Who's next? Wait, which one did we just watch? Where's Corwin at? Didn't we just watch Corwin? Where's Corwin? There he is, Corwin. Cool. Let's go watch Martin Coria. And it is quite late, so I'm talking under my breath so that I don't wake my family up. I don't live alone, so I like to be quite offensive at the beginning. I don't know what he's doing here. If he's AFK or what. It looks like he's not, because in this replay he's kind of swapping through cards thinking what to use. Here I get rid of his goblins with a nice arrow. And again, I'm just trying to, kind of play mind games with him and attack from both sides. The P.E.K.K.A does make quick work of my golem over there. Minions will be able to attack the P.E.K.K.A without him doing any damage to them. Same with the skeletons, they can't attack air troops. So my minions here are making good work of his troops. What a strategy you'll really see me do quite often is, deploy like a kind of like a tanky troop. So like a knight, like I just did, and then a musketeer. I like to do giant and musketeer. That's just the best. But knight is a little less costly in terms of elixir. So if I need a quick tanker kind of troop, then and I'm really not worried about his skeleton hut here. My skeleton and tower is taking out his troops as fast as they're producing, so there's really no worry. These barracks really don't seem like they're very effective unless you're supporting troops with them, kind of thing. And here I do get my my giant down with a witch, which is good as well. Not quite as good as a musketeer in my opinion, but deploying skeletons, he got them with archers. That was kind of a bad arrow on my part. I could have got his goblins with it. I'm not sure if I lose this battle. but I'm playing pretty poorly right now. Made a couple mistakes there. And these bomb towers are just gonna wreck me, so I shouldn't have attacked this side. I should have just waited for them to be taken, expire over time. But throwing some skeletons on his giant there, it doesn't attack my troops, so I don't have to worry about losing any skeletons to him. I'm going to throw a witch down for some splash damage on his skeletons. Every blue thing that witch throws is going to be splash damage, which is just super OP. Again, note that this guy is level 5, and most of his troops are a lot higher, or at least like one level higher than mine. I'm not too worried about his P.E.K.K.A. as my tower takes it down. And it looks like I'm going to be going for his left tower there to try and take it out in overtime here. Deploy some minions on the right to deal with the ground troops. Musketeer on the left. And I'm going to put a knight down here to tank for my musketeer. And I think this is enough to take it. That was a pretty bad arrow. I missed the bulk of his troops, but ran out of time. I was probably lucky to run out of time. I probably would have lost this. I don't know. It was going to be really close. But fun nonetheless. A lot of these matches are really close, which just, you can have a competition, as to, throwing peas into a little cup, like. But as long as you're competing with someone, it's just, you can make anything fun, I find. This game is really well made. It's not quite throwing peas into a cup, but it's got that competition factor here, and which just, the battles are very quick as well, which definitely helps. You can jump right in and jump right out of attacks. So I deploy my giant first. It takes a long time for him to walk up, so I'm just trying to basically get a thing of, get a wave of troops all together going. And he does do some good attacks here on my right tower. He gets it down most of the way, but he's been neglecting the left lane here, and my giant should make pretty good damage, or do pretty good damage on his tower here, if not take it out. And I'm lucky, my giant still has almost half health, which is pretty crazy. I should get some good health taken off here on his king tower. Again, this is my first day of playing this game. Probably these guys have been playing for a little while at least. But this goes to show, like, why is he crying? I guess because I have 2 towers and he has 1. I don't know. That was a pretty bad arrow. My witch has quite a bit of HP, and those arrows don't do very much damage at all. And here I just go ham. He shouldn't have thrown this barrel down. I mean, he was kind of screwed anyway. But yeah. He didn't ever use that baby dragon, I don't think. He should have been using it more against my my spear goblins, I think. I'm not quite sure. Like, I have a pretty good deck to combat baby dragons. Now, how come I can't... Okay, there we go. It just froze a bit. Who did I just fight there? I think I fought Kenny there. So we'll go up here to... and at this point, I'm really close to 800. I was at 796. So I do go and try and get to 800 here with this next one. Ukraine, I think this guy's from. Yeah, Ukraine, cool. I think Ukraine is one of the countries that this game is released in. And if you're curious, they have Supercell's done a what they call a soft release with this game. So they've only released it in certain countries, just to kind of, and I didn't have any card here to deal with his prince, which was very unlucky on my part. But what they call a soft release, so they only release it in certain countries just to test it out, make sure they aren't out any kinks before they officially release the game. Uh, test it out and certain things, test out their servers, just stuff like that. Um, but luckily, I am Canadian, and they have released this game in Canada, so um, I can play it. And I don't normally have an Apple device, so I'm right now using my mom's iPad, which you know, pretty ghetto, but whatever, I guess. Kind of sucks it's only released on Apple, but for those of you who want to play the game in other countries and stuff, it's going to release fully, I believe, around the end of February. I think I heard. I'm not totally official, I don't think, but that's I think the rumor that I heard. Uh, and here I'm pretty much wasting my knight. I mean, he'll get a couple hits off, but didn't really do much. I'm going to deploy my skeletons against his prince here. His prince does a lot of damage, but he swings very slowly, so a lot of troops is going to be a good counter for that kind of a troop. I try to go in hard here on the left and push him, but that barracks explodes and a bunch of skeletons come up. I like that my wish goes to the left here. What I should have done was held on the knight, maybe throw down a musketeer to help with the tower on the left here. You never want to fight troops while you're getting attacked by the opposing tower. My knight was out there all alone on the right getting attacked, and that just isn't a good formula. If I can choose, I'll want to fight the enemy when I have the advantage of my towers as well. If I can choose. But obviously sometimes when you make a push and stuff, you have to go after a tower. And yeah, just ran out of... Now this guy was level 5, but it was a good match, pretty close. I think it's getting a bit laggy here when I go to click out. And then at this point, I think I'm... Okay, what, I got 30 trophies for the last victory, so I was at 777, right? No, I can't. My math sucks. Sorry, 773 trophies. So with a win, I would have to get a 3-star, I think, or maybe a two crowns to get enough cups. I'm not sure exactly how they award cups out. Obviously, I think you get more cups based on if you're fighting an opponent with more cups than you, just like Clash of Clans. But this was the one that did it all. I was lucky enough to get a level 4 instead of a level 5. You can see the towers here start with different health based on your level. So a level 5 has, I think 1800 health, which is quite a bit more than my 1500 health. And I just get lucky here with some poor decisions on his part and my cards being available. Those skeletons being available for his giant. I go in with a knight here to suppress these skeletons, and I do get a bit of damage done on his tower here on the right, which is nice to see. Get a good start off the bat here. I'm not too worried about single troops coming up. My tower should be able to handle them for the most part. And this barrel of goblins is quite the sneaky kind of attack. And if you're not ready with the right troop, with the right card, you're really gonna suffer a lot of damage from them. Musketeer gets off a couple more attacks on the right side to the tower over there. Here I got a witch down, which is really great. She does do splash damage and she summons unlimited amount of skeletons. So if you can keep her alive, then she'll just keep summoning skeletons. And that was a pretty poor arrow shot on my part. But I did have this giant on the right side sneaking up here. He didn't seem to put that musketeer down early enough. And I've got his tower really low. I put my musketeer to fight him near my tower. Probably should have put my musketeer down a little bit earlier than I did there. Luckily I have my skeletons at the ready for his giant, which was great. I got pretty lucky in terms of having cards at the ready. Here he kind of wastes that arrow. He doesn't quite finish off my tower, luckily. And he didn't even really take out many troops. I think he took out one troop. Here I'm going to arrow his skellies and do a bit of damage to his witch and his bomber. His witch and his bomber were right next to each other on the bridge, so my splash damage from my witch was able to kill them both, which was key here. It really allows me to make a little bit of a push here. And I do throw down a giant, followed by my musketeer here, like I was saying. I like to do. And time is winding down, so, you know, if he's gonna... And I was lucky enough to get his tower down there. That was key. That was really, really lucky on my part. That's what made me win the battle, basically. I mean, I could have threw an arrow down here if I needed to finish his tower off. But we were lucky enough to finish it off. And I mean, I don't think many people have done this kind of a thing where they get to this many trophies with a level 2. I mean, possibly. I mean, I'm sure it's done. That's not what I'm saying. I'm sure it's been done. I'm just it's very rare. I can tell you that right now. I mean, for the last 5 hours, I've been fighting level 4s and 5s. Let's go here and see. I'm curious, actually. Oh, it doesn't show their level on the actual replay, which is a bit unfortunate. I mean, I could go to all of them and show you guys, you know, the level of each guy I'm fighting. But 4s and 5, like I'm honest here, I haven't seen a level 3 in like probably 50 attacks worth. I haven't seen a level 2 since like my first 5 attacks or something. I don't know exactly, but this is a really fun game. If you're in the, you know, locations that offer it, definitely give it a shot. I am streaming this I'm going to be probably streaming this every day as well, after I stream Boom Beach. So I start my stream on Twitch at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do start off with some Boom Beach, at least 2 hours of Boom Beach, and then we'll start streaming this afterwards, most likely. I did just do a 9-hour stream. I did about 3 hours of Boom Beach and just under 6 hours of Clash Royale here. So great game. Check me out for some more content. Definitely be coming out with more Clash Royale content. But with the new Boom Beach update coming out here soon, definitely looking forward to that and seeing little fixes and things they do to improve their game. But until next time, thanks for tuning in and take it easy, boys.